Looking for a relatively cheap headlamp with multi-emitter choice for your daily adventures that can also sustain constant brightness over time? Well, I might have something for you today because Wuben H1 offers all of those features in around $30 price. Sounds cool? Stay until the end of this video to find out more. Hello YouTube! Flashlight Enthusiast here. What I've got for you here today is my first Wuben on the channel, the particularly H1 headlamp they sent kindly to me for review purposes. So let's hope that will be a longer cooperation with Wuben, but for now let's focus on their headlamp. So as you can see, the box looks truly fantastic and I highly appreciate Wuben trying to stand out in the sea of boring cardboard boxes. So what we do have here is the transparent window for the flashlight itself, bunch of stats all over the box, as well as key statistics including lumen levels, auxiliary lights, lumen levels, and approximate runtimes. Looking quite nice. Let's see what we've got inside. Apart from the flashlight itself, with Headstrap already installed, H1 is supplied with user manual version 3.0, 4 helmet clips, USB to micro USB charging cable, as well as 2 spare O-rings in case you need the replacement. The hint is hard not to notice. Let's make some necessities. H1 is supplied with the Wuben branded 2600 mAh 18650 battery. On the side note, this is almost the lowest capacity on the market, so I'd highly appreciate a little bit higher price but higher capacity battery included in the set. The cell is obviously protected and button top, so the length is higher than standard unprotected 18650 battery. Remember, replacing the original cell with Sanyo GA with 3500 mAh battery will give you a substantial advantage in all runtimes. So why not use it? The headstrap itself is made out of high quality stretchy fabric with some reflective signs on it. The durability of it, it's hard to tell, but you can clearly tell that it might be an issue after some time. It is filled with silicone stripes at the internal portion of it, and I feel that it is optimized for helmet usage because, let's face it, it's not the most comfortable on your skin. You can also smell the silicone right away out of the box. Standard regulated straps create a good fit for almost every head size, and despite having the plastic piece holding the flashlight, it sits comfortably on my forehead. The flashlight itself can be rotated 180 degrees depending on your needs because of the rubberized holding pieces. They are made of hard rubber, so they definitely holding the flashlights quite well. The H1 flashlight itself is built out of one single piece of aluminum with plastic covering the main lens. The right cap presents the switch as well as USB, micro USB charging port covered by a rubber cover that sits quite tightly. On closer look, you can definitely tell that it is a $30 flashlight with O-ring protruding from the port. The other cap gets access to the battery. Threads are smooth and well lubricated, as you can see. On one end we've got a gold-plated spring, only one plain contact. However, button top cells are not required. In terms of front business of the flashlight, we do have the main Osrma P9 LED for main white, cool white output, but also auxiliary LEDs like Red, High CRI, and also blue indicator under the left portion of honeycomb plastic optics. Osrma P9 choice is really nothing special, however it does feature great efficiency and pretty good cool white tint. Obviously it's standard 70 CRI, a little bit greenish around the corner. However, it's definitely not bad at all, and judging that it's a standard 35 to 35 format, you can easily swap it to another LH351D or XPL High or any other emitter of your choice if you need that really badly. We do have single switch operating all the modes, and I have to admit that Wuben really got it well in terms of accessing all the modes via single switch. So one click for on, one click for off to activate the main LED. If you hold the switch from off, you access auxiliary LEDs. One click to turn the flashlight off. When you do have main LED on, hold the switch to cycle through ultra low, low, medium, and high. And in all other modes from high, double click will take you directly into high mode. It is a little bit confusing, it's not called turbo, but hey, come on, no issue there. As you've seen, every time you turn on the flashlight, you do have this status here to tell you approximate battery voltage. That's really awesome. When you hold the switch from off, you access auxiliary modes, and then holding the switch will cycle through red, blinking red, and CRI output. I have to admit that despite it being quite dim, it offers warm color temperature around 4000 K, but also 97 CRI, which is great. I highly appreciated having high CRI output along with the Osrma P9. You also can activate breathing blue light that is claimed to last for months. You do that by triple clicking from off. Triple click again to deactivate it. You also have special modes like strobe, SOS, and beacon by double clicking from the highest mode. Then double tap again to access SOS, double tap again to access beacon, double tap again for strobe mode. Click again to go back to the standard brightnesses. The great thing about calling turbo a high is that Wuben H1 memorizes all the settings. So whenever you leave your flashlight at high mode, turn it off and then turn it on again, you still do have your highest brightness accessible. Pretty cool, huh? H1 can be charged by a built-in micro USB charging port. It's really a shame that it does not feature USB-C nowadays. But hey, it's not the newest model, I think, and only costs $30. And the cable is also included in the set. So just plug in the micro USB charging cable, and now we do have our charging indicator under the honeycomb uptakes. Blue means fully charged, red means charging. Status indicator just turned from red to blue, however we still do have 0.7 amps charging in progress. 2 hours 34 minutes from start of charging. The battery is 4.08 volts. Charging finally stopped after 4 hours and 19 minutes. Here are my lumen measurements of the Wuben H1. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. As you can see, despite being a $30 flashlight, the H1 does not resign from flat output regulation, which is extremely pleasant to see. Although the performance is not spectacular per se, we do have a solid 36 seconds of high output run before the flashlight started to step down from over 1269 lumens for the quick step down over the course of 30 seconds to around 540 lumen level, which it was able to sustain for another 1 hour and 46 minutes. Flashlight body not exceeding 40 degrees Celsius. So as you can see, it is a good solid performance, not pushing the boundaries of Osrma P9 LED, but on the other hand, flashlight will never get really hot as it's suitable for everyday user. For the medium mode performance, we have got nice flat 455 lumens over the course of 2 hours and 44 minutes. Flashlight body did not exceeding 37 degrees Celsius in my test. For comparison with Wuben H1, I chose similar price point headlamp, the Wotak A2SV2 on single XPL HD LED, but also some more expensive constructions like Zebralight H600 FC Mark IV, and last but not least also the benchmark in this category, the Wizard, but this time the WR edition saw around 1000 lumens, but also additional red LED. I know that every time you ask on the flashlight forums about your best headlamp, you always get the answer, get Armitech Wizard. And it's a really good answer because Wizard is like a benchmark in this particular flashlight segment, means headlamps. It is well built, extremely durable, has different light outputs and does feature flat output regulation, but also convenient charging and is basically a holy grail of headlamps. However, if you don't like to spend a fortune, the Wuben H1 is really an interesting proposition. It does feature main white output, but also auxiliary LED, Red and High CRI output, which is always a plus, and you cannot find it in the Wizard in a much brighter and more expensive flashlight. It is a $30 flashlight, mind you, so you cannot expect it to be as durable as Wizard. For example, this plastic surface here might be prone to some damage if you drop the flashlight from higher height. However, if you do accept some disadvantages like micro USB charging or a little bit coolish white emitter that can be swapped easily, then this is definitely a good flashlight for a $30. So guys, if you are on a budget and are looking for a versatile headlamp, I highly advise looking at the Wuben H1. I hope I answered your questions about this particular model. If I did, consider hitting the like button to support the algorithm of this channel and help it grow further. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I try to answer them all. I appreciate your support, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.